The Great Depression was one of the darkest periods in modern economic history. It began in 1929 and affected not just the United States, but almost every country in the world. To understand why it happened and what effects it had, we need to look at the economic environment of the 1920s and the decisions that followed. During the 1920s, the U.S. economy was booming. Businesses were growing fast, people were investing heavily in the stock market, and consumer spending was increasing. Many people believed the good times would last forever. But beneath this growth, there were serious weaknesses. Factories were producing more goods than people could actually afford. Wages did not grow as fast as production, so people depended on loans and credit to buy things. At the same time, the stock market became a place of speculation. Many investors bought shares using borrowed money, assuming prices would always rise. Then came the turning point. In October 1929, stock prices began to fall. Panic spread quickly. People rushed to sell their shares, and the market collapsed. This event is remembered as the stock market crash of 1929. Overnight, many investors lost everything. Banks that had invested in the market or given loans to investors also began to fail. When banks collapsed, ordinary people lost their savings because there was no deposit insurance at that time. As banks failed, businesses lost access to money. Companies started shutting down or cutting costs. Millions of people lost their jobs. Unemployment rose dramatically, and families struggled to survive. Without income, people stopped spending. That meant businesses earned even less, causing even more layoffs. This created a cycle of decline that pulled the economy further down. The Depression soon spread worldwide. Many countries depended on trade with the United States. When the U.S. economy crashed, global trade slowed sharply. Countries increased tariffs to protect their own industries, but this only made things worse. International demand collapsed, and economies everywhere suffered. The human cost was devastating. Families lost homes. Farmers could not sell crops. Many people stood in long lines just to get food. Homelessness increased, and in the U.S., makeshift settlements called Hoovervilles appeared. People's confidence in capitalism and government leadership was deeply shaken. Eventually, governments began responding. In the United States, President Franklin D. Roosevelt introduced the New Deal, a series of programs designed to create jobs, support banks, and help struggling families. New laws regulated banks and the stock market to prevent another collapse. Over time, confidence slowly returned. However, full recovery did not happen until World War II increased industrial production and employment. The Great Depression left lasting effects. It transformed economic policies around the world. Governments learned that they could not simply ignore economic crises. Central banking, financial regulation, and social welfare programs expanded to protect citizens from future disasters. It also reminded the world how fragile economies can be when speculation, inequality, and weak financial systems combine. In simple terms, the Great Depression was caused by overconfidence, risky financial behavior, economic imbalance, and weak regulation. Its consequences were unemployment, poverty, social change, and major reforms that continue to shape modern economies today.